Easter at the White House. My family had a very special way of celebrating Easter. Hooray for Easter! What a wonderful way to celebrate springtime and the new life it brings. Families around the world celebrate this special day in many ways. They attend church, color eggs, and get together with family and friends. Of course, our family did those things too. But that's not the only thing we did. We had another family tradition that made Easter extra special. We attended the annual Easter egg roll at the White House.
Hello everyone, welcome to Language Lab. I'm Jack. 我们先来看 of course 这个片语，意思是当然。例如 Of course we're going to the play. After all, our son is the main actor. 我们当然会去看这出剧，毕竟我儿子是主角。或者是 The kids, of course, all got sunburned because they wouldn't put on any sunscreen. 这些孩子们当然都被晒伤了，因为他们不要擦防晒乳。再看一句 Bethany never cleans the kitchen after she cooks, so of course it is always a big mess. Bethany 煮菜完从来不清理，所以厨房当然会很脏乱。接着我们来看 annual 这个形容词，意思是一年一度的或是每年的。例如 Our family rented a cottage on the beach for our annual vacation. 我们家为一年一度的假期在海滩上租了一个小木屋。或者是You have to report your annual income to your tax office every year. 你每年必须向税务办公室报告你的年度所得。Annual 的副词是 annually. 例如 The Browns host a backyard barbecue annually in June. Browns 家每年6月在后院会主办烤肉聚会。
Hi everyone, welcome to InfoCloud. Friends, have you ever celebrated Easter?
Oh, Easter is one of my favorite holidays. It celebrates spring, and it is the day that Jesus rose from the dead.
We often see Easter eggs and bunnies at Easter. They are also symbols of new life.
Now, Easter is always on a Sunday.
Many Christians go to a church service on Easter Sunday.
And some even get up really, really early to go to a traditional sunrise service.
Oh, really? Do you know why?
Well, on the first Easter, some of Jesus' friends went to visit his tomb while it was still dark.
But when they got there, they saw the tomb was empty. Jesus was alive.
Yes. So at a sunrise service, people will often read this story from the Bible, and they might sing some songs. The church may serve breakfast afterward, too.
Hey, that sounds great. Is a sunrise service always outdoors, where you can watch the sunrise?
Yes, well, most of the time, it can be at a beach, in a park, or even at a cemetery. The earliest recorded sunrise service dates back to the 1700s in Europe.
Andrea, if your church has a sunrise service next Easter, I'd like to go with you.
Well, absolutely. All people are welcome at sunrise services, and it's a great way to learn about and experience the Easter story.
复活节在西方是一个盛大的节日，今天就来跟大家介绍几个跟 Easter 复活节有关的用语。首先，我们经常会在 Easter 看到 Easter eggs 复活节彩蛋，还有 Easter bunnies 复活节的兔子，这些都是新生命的象征。因为 Easter 是西方人庆祝耶稣复活的节日。在 Easter 的星期天，基督徒都会进入到教会参加礼拜，有些地方甚至还有凌晨的 sunrise service 日出礼拜，因为耶稣的朋友们当时就是在天还没亮的时候，看到他的坟墓已经空了，他已经复活。这种 sunrise service 早在18世纪就开始举行，通常是在户外，可以一边看日出一边参加礼拜。
Easter at the White House. first in line. This Easter event dates back to 1878. It's held the day after Easter. That Monday, the White House welcomes children to roll Easter eggs on its south lawn. From the mid-1950s to the mid-1960s, who do you think were the first ones in line? You guessed it, the 4 Johansson children. All of us were dressed in cute bunny costumes. They were complete with long floppy rabbit ears and fluffy tails.
好，接下来我们来看 costume 这个名词，它是指某个活动的服装，或是某个历史时期的服装。例如 The costumes and set for the Phantom of the Opera were spectacular. 歌剧魅影的服装和场景非常壮观。或者是 All of the dancers in the parade were dressed in their national costumes. 庆祝游行中的所有舞者都穿着他们的民族服装。再来看一句 Joanne usually wears costume jewelry, but sometimes she'll wear real gold or silver. Joanne 通常都戴廉价的珠宝，但有时候也会戴真的金银首饰。最后我们来看 floppy 这个形容词，意思是松软的。例如 The dog's big floppy ears reached the ground. 这条狗大又松软的耳朵垂到地上。Floppy disk 是指软式磁碟机，例如 John stores all of his data on a floppy disk. John 把他所有的资料存在软式磁碟机里面。Floppy 的动词是 flop， 意思是重重的掉下。例如 Joel flopped down in front of the TV and stayed there all evening. Joel 一屁股坐在电视机前，就待在那里整个傍晚。Okay, let's get back to our teachers.
One of my favorite Easter memories has to do with a special piece of music by a guy named Frederick Handel. It's called The Messiah. It has 2 parts, and part 2 is all about the real Easter story, how Jesus was crucified, but then rose from the dead and went up to heaven so that we could all have a relationship with God by believing in him. The music is so wonderful, and it tells the story in Scripture of this incredible miracle. I'll never forget all those wonderful times of listening to that music with my mom and dad.
What does Easter mean to me? Well, when I was a kid, it meant Easter bunnies and Easter baskets and going to the White House and doing things like that. Oh, it also meant new clothes. We would get new shoes and new dresses and new hats to wear to church on Easter Sunday. But then I found out it means more than all those fun and new things. Easter means new life. When you believe in Jesus, that he died for you, you can have new life. And so now that's what Easter means to me. But I kind of enjoy the fun things too. Happy Easter.
Growing up, Easter was always a very special time for my family. When I woke up in the morning, my parents would have candy there for me, like chocolate bunnies, something like that. And then we would all get ready and maybe some special clothes, some dress clothes to go to church where we would celebrate Easter, which is the resurrection of Jesus. And that's really the main point of Easter for us, was going to church and celebrating what Jesus had done for us. And then we'd come home and we'd have a really special meal together, have a family meal, and it was just an exciting day of celebration of what Jesus has done.